Tight. That's why he's been such a great match for this format.
Costa, he shoots from distance. He does, and he beats Scanoni.
They're basically in range. I gotta imagine Chrome defensively like, hey, we talked about that. We gotta cover him from range.
And beautiful goal by Colin Heacock.
Reflexes there by Scanoni. Heads up play by Gray leaking out.
Mazzone. He comes in the middle of the field and scores. Shots as well early on. Costa no way. Again from beyond the arc. Almost the same spot.
To distribute behind any sort of rotation. A bunch of assists coming into today. 9, which was second.
Great anticipation by Maccaro, knocking down that pass. Now he'll look to score in transition. He shoots and he beats Scanoni.
Chrome want to see this as much as you possibly can in this format, a more of a settled pace.
Rogers, he gets in front and scores. Peter Dirth dumped him, but not before he was able to put it in the back of the cage.
Rogers has been consistent the entire championship series. Really steady production out of him every game.
Aiken scores.
He's so big, strong, physical, and fast, able to exploit almost every matchup.
Wow, I mean, we can't even get a sentence out before another goal finds the back of the net. He scored the goal that put it away in the last game. Smith, that's what he's done so well in this tournament, cutting, and Wisnowski's finding him.
He's handled a number of those passes, really showing off his stick work.
Speaking of stick work, look at Dennis getting through the defense and scores!
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Rogers trying to do the same, now back up top. 2-point goal! Wisnowskis again. Get inside. Williams, he can fire from distance. Lost the ball. Here come Atlas. 2-on-1, Dirth. Zone, he scores! 2 deep minis on the break. Seconds of this first quarter. Working on Peter Dirth. Dirth Vader trying to push him out. Can't do it. Anderson scores.
Oriented.
He won't like this. 2-on-1. Maccaro beats Scanoni. He will like it because it's on the other side of the field, but no goalie would like that. Right off the draw.
That type of strategy.
Logan on Smith. That's a good matchup. Defensive player on Logan Wisnowskis. Can he get underneath? He does and scores. He goes high. What a shot! And looking for some help. This is the second time it's been a little bit of a difficult clear. And it's picked up by Gibson Smith. Cannon has to get back into the hole. Bardwell will shoot and score.
Given the injured knee, doesn't really want to run all that much.
Oh, look at that angle by Gray. He finds the far corner. That's just too easy. Way too easy for Chris Gray.
It was a late closeout. You can see him wind up from 2. You got to respect his range. You fly out at him. He wisely tucks underneath.
Now the ball comes free. He's double teamed and hacked a couple of times. Smith comes out of there with a bounce pass. Dirth scores! Williams coming out of the box. 2 Redwoods there with Dennis and Williams. Williams spins free, got his left free and scores!
It was a counter during halftime because that has been an effective strategy in the first half.
Nobody picks up Rogers and he beats Kincannon. Both the times have carried this Chrome team throughout the week. Now Costabile will look to answer. Tough angle, Scanoni, no problem. He wants to move fast, great outlet pass. Morrill beats Kincannon, here comes Grove.
The 2, and they're trusting Scanoni in tight, and he's been up to that challenge.
Heacock all over Maccaro, but he shoots and he scores anyway. Wisnowskis from X. Malloy shoots and scores! That's a 2-point goal. We got a 1-point game, final 20 seconds. Here's Morrill working on Smith. Tough angle, Cole. That's almost impossible there from Logan Wisnowskis.
I mean, there is 0 angle on this. He almost put a little English on that bounce.
Perfect. Wow, and on the other end, Caraway beats Scanoni. They had at the half, too, so nothing here in this third quarter. Williams gets knocked off his feet, gets it back, though. Now he loses it. Maccaro. He'll score. Williams to come on, Wisnowskis. Got to the middle of the field and beats Kincannon. Has a little look back. Battle for the loose ball. Won by Heacock, but Picaro coming back with the trail check, gets it back. Now it's advantage for Dennis and scores a 2-point goal. That lights up this crowd and gets Dennis going. He was a little frustrated earlier. Progressive game flow, take a look. Way beyond the 2-point line.
You could see that coming after the turnover.
Malloy tries to answer, it does!
Dylan Malloy with his second two-pointer. This is somebody, the traditional field game, you really wouldn't think of as a two-point threat.
Dennis again, gets to the middle of the field, shoots and scores! Scanoni got a piece, but it trickled beyond the line. That's two-pointers in a row for Dennis. Shot, score! Rogers tried to swing back. Now he can lose the stick. He can still play without a stick. Goes back to get it. Malloy got an open shot and scores! Bouncer for two.
The zone crossed over the midfield line and then ran right back. That was the infraction, hence the turnover.
Malloy. Now he gets under the defender and scores! Get Picaro all over him.
He's feeling it.
He's taking it over, and he gives Grove their first lead of the day. And run off. Heacock coming in. Trome's got the lead and all the momentum here in the fourth. Heacock shoots and scores!
Timeout just to catch your breath here if you're Atlas.
Dennis. Scanoni sees it. Now quickly outlets. Gibson Smith. He scores! Now we get that timeout by Coach Brooks. He's seen enough. In the cage to Caraway. He's working on Morrill. He's got to like that. Question mark, scores!
And if you're Atlas, that's what you need to see more of. Plenty of time left of this penalty.
Caraway is wide open. He shoots for two and scores! That's a huge goal. We're even once again inside of 2 minutes. Anderson. Got to the middle of the field. No chance for Kincannon. Justin Anderson gives Chrome the lead back. He's just going to run until he can't run anymore. Now he gets shut off at midfield. Anderson with 10 to play. Over to Wisnauskas. Throws it straight up in the air. 2 seconds. Chrome with the win.
When they played earlier, after the first quarter, it was a tie ball game. And the difference between quarter one and the final three was Sean Scanoni. Today, he was lights out, 15 saves, holding this Atlas offense in check. Air quotes, only 5 two-pointers.
And Jock Monty, defensive coordinator, his team stepped up defensively at the end of the game when they needed it. And the Gatorade back here at the St. James. You'd think these players and coaches didn't want this win. This means a lot to them. Look at the reaction. Dylan Malloy really had a huge second half today.
He was the difference. 3 two-pointers coming in today. He only had 2 through 4 games. 3 today.
You can see Kincannon has given it everything.